Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the answer. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are taking a look at The Legend of Korra. We are on book 4, which is Balance. This is episode 10, Operation Beifong. We are so close to wrapping this one up, folks. I cannot wait to see how these last couple of episodes go. With that being said, I just want to get to it.
You know, for me, I'm just hoping that Bolin shows how much he truly loves Opal, and I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to see how he does it.
I think that's my big excitement here too. Bolin's got a lot to prove, and I think he is he's ready, willing, and able to.
Look at that! All right, let's go!
Bolin, Opal, and Lin are on a mission to rescue Su Beifong and her family, who are being held captive by Kuvira.
Let's get it.
Juicy groans.
All right, let's do this.
Look at the snot.
Saving the Beifongs and saving our lives. To repair the rift that has grown betwixt us and make us...
Betwixt.
She's got a whole battalion of troops stationed there. We'll have to go in for a closer look.
Don't bother.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, Chief.
Hey, Chief. You were only up to my waist the last time we were together.
This can't be happening. My name is Bolin. I'm dating your granddaughter. I mean, kind of. And you're my hero.
What's up with him?
He's an actor.
I snooped around town and heard that they were taken away to some nearby prison camp.
There's a factory and re-education facility not too far away.
How did you end up dating the kind of dipstick?
Dipstick.
It's not his silver tongue, I can tell you that.
They must have used the domes. Bet they used the domes for something at the factory, making them into something maybe.
What have you two geniuses come up with to fend off Kuvira?
It's a flying mecha suit.
I need spirit vine weapons, and I need them now.
No.
Yep.
Maybe since the spirits love Republic City so much, I can convince them to help us defend it somehow.
That's interesting.
We should be evacuating the ordinary citizens so that if Kuvira attacks, they won't be hurt.
Wow, look at woo.
Yeah.
Wow, he's proven himself to be a little useful.
I'd like to work for.
Thanks. And if Korra buys this man of the people thing... Why do you think guys do anything great? To pick up girls.
Well, it's some truth there.
Load the energy capsule. Initialize phase
Got
1.
himself a rail GUN.
We're still hoping Julie turns around
Yep.
somehow.
It's backing up.
Shut it down.
I can't.
Uh-oh.
Oh, was that her plan, maybe? Self-destruct?
It's too late.
This channeling ring was cracked. This has to be ready by tomorrow.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yep, that was her plan. She put it back in there.
I'm surprised you came to save Sue.
Sue and I finally worked out our old grievances.
Glad we can put all that behind us.
That's awesome. Oh, nice cover your tracks.
That's one big thing.
That looks like the old railgun
Yep.
from the old German weapons
Yep.
show.
They must have them in some kind of suspended prison.
Oh, there she is.
We've had a few minor malfunctions.
What do you think the problem is?
There are bound to be some bugs to work out. She's lying.
Yep.
If she takes that to Republic City, it could obliterate everything. Kuvira wants every single one of her people to see the weapon test tomorrow. The factory will be mostly empty then.
Good thinking, Bolin.
Kind of have a headache now.
That's our guy.
Kind of have a headache.
Excuse me, Spirit? And you're gone. They're abandoning the city.
Sue tried to teach me, but I couldn't get the hang of it. I did learn how to lava bend.
Maybe you do have some talent.
Ramen noodles.
Who's Lynn's dad?
Oh. Whoa.
Lynn, I can feel your enraged breathing from here. Just say what you have to say and let's get it over with.
Yeah, let's not linger on the fact that I grew up without a dad.
You're the only one who wants to...
Forgave me for what? And not knowing my dad is...
He's just...
He's like eating the popcorn.
You make me furious, and you don't even know why. Once we save Sue, you and I are finished.
Wow.
If that's your decision and it makes you happy, then fine.
Oh, they're both a little too stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
There is 100% chance they modeled this after the old German railgun.
Was that the Paris gun?
I forget what they called it.
We're going in.
Oh, is that them?
Shoot me over to the cage, and I can swing them back on my cable.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
We'll get you out one at a time.
Look at that.
Come on.
This is only the beginning. Fire the weapon. I should be able to find the problem.
Julie doing a little saboteur work.
I swear I locked it in place yesterday. It could cause it to explode.
Oof, that's not good.
Oh, why would she keep it on her?
Oh, no. Oh, so busted.
This is how you repay me?
You're a monster. I regret nothing.
Atta girl, Julie.
She can see how the weapon works, up close and personal.
Oh, no, 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 no,
Line her
no.
up for a shot.
And over him. Oh, no.
At the max.
Fire when ready. I want to see that town destroyed.
Whoa. Look at that.
Nailed it.
Kuvira caught Julie and threw her in the town.
Julie doesn't make mistakes.
Look at this guy.
Was that a flying bison drift as he came in there?
It sounds like it.
Watch out for Batar Sr. and Huan.
So, how have you been, Mother?
I told you never to call me that.
I know you felt the effects of Kuvira cutting down spirit vines. It's time for you to help me save it from Kuvira.
We don't get involved with human wars. What you want is exactly what Kuvira wants. The answer is no.
Oh, that's one way to look at it.
Yeah, it's whose side is right.
Opal?
Oh,
look at
Jesus,
that.
Look at
Whoa.
that thing.
Whoa.
Right through the mountain.
Wow, right through an entire mountain.
Boom.
Ooh.
Oh, we're gonna get a little one-on-one fight.
Whoa.
Nice. Oh, she made
nice.
armor out of it.
Whoa.
That was badass.
That was sweet.
That was one of the coolest things I've seen in this entire animated, all of it.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Oof. Say you
she
have
got
that
worked
armor
pretty
on.
good. Oh no.
Oh, they're surrounded by the mechs.
That's gotta be
Gotta be
tough.
tough. Oh yeah. Here we go.
You give metal benders a bad name.
Couldn't they bend that cannon?
Something?
I'm sorry for what I said last night.
I know I wasn't a great mother. I ended up with 2 great kids. Good enough to risk my bony old butt for anyway.
You know, I never had any family except for my brother until a few years ago.
Don't tell Korra, but my back is killing me now. This is why you didn't see Katara messing with that Civil War nonsense. At some point, you gotta leave it to the kid.
I think Bolin has worked his way out of the polar bear doghouse.
Kuvira is going to attack in 2 weeks.
Oh, of course
I
it
mean,
was.
2 weeks. I wonder if she's gonna move up that timeline.
Wow, that episode went quick. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
really
Holy
did.
mackerel.
Really did. Well, we got a bit of the epic battle that we were kind of hoping to see when Toph came back. I did expect them to do at least a little bit of damage to the railgun though, and they basically kind of left it. They tilted it a little bit off to one direction, but they do have to use a new spirit vine every time they want to fire it. So you could think of that as like a round or whatever. So I don't know how many of those they had ready to go. Maybe they just had the one for the test. But either way, now they just said Kuvira is going to attack the city in 2 weeks. Does she need 2 weeks to get ready? Is she going to move that timetable up? I feel like we just got a real kind of ticking time clock on our hands that we need to deal with. Get our team together, stop Kuvira. I'm expecting the two sisters to work together against Kuvira. That's kind of my early prediction is how that might play out. But then again, Korra needs to prove herself too, but Korra's trying to work with the spirits, and their point does make some sense in that, they're saying Korra just wants to use the spirits the same way Kuvira is by using them as a weapon. So, I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of that there, but if you don't help Korra, there's not going to be a world left to live in. So I always hate when that kind of fork in the road comes up in shows and things like that, where it's like, well, we don't want to get involved. Well, if you don't, there won't be anything left. So either way, very interested to see how these next couple play out, because it's getting close and the band's almost back together.
Well, the thing is too, is like using the spirits themselves to help out isn't quite as evil as stealing the spirit vines and using them for a weapon. But a really good episode, because they're really building up now to the end, especially giving us the 2-week timetable. Yeah. Remember, we had the timetable for Sozin's Comet in the last one. So now this one is like, hey, she's planning on attacking in 2 weeks. Hopefully that's the only weapon. But remember, the railway goes everywhere. Yep. So you can take that to anywhere you want. And then especially when she's a metal bender, I'm sure she can just throw down train tracks really to take it anywhere you want.
Yeah.
So then you can take it to any city you want to try and take over, and boom, Kuvira can pull it off, So Korra's really got to, I don't know what she's got to do, but she's got to do something, because whether it's her working with the spirits or getting the spirits to help out some way, shape, or form, or just her believing in herself again, and having total confidence and not thinking there's any poison or anything left in her, just so she can break through and, confront Kuvira and hopefully, stop her from taking over.
Yeah, that was intense answer. I hadn't thought about that with Kuvira being a metal bender, that she could create the tracks for that railgun to to basically send it anywhere. Now, interesting, I mentioned it a couple of times. I've mentioned before on this channel, I'm a big World War II history person because my grandfather, my great uncle served, and there's a Netflix special on, if you type in Mustache Man's name, his weapons, they tried creating a railgun in Germany, and it looks exactly like that.
Oh, wow.
And I mean exactly like that. And there was a massive railgun. The problem is it could fire a projectile the size of a Volkswagen like 2 miles, but it took so much powder to do it, it basically ruined the gun. And they had to create railroad tracks because you couldn't move it on roads because it would crush roads. Yep. So pretty interesting that they used that. Not a unique idea, which is kind of weird, but also just, kind of shows some interesting depth to the show. And to older people watching it like myself, it's kind of like, wait a minute, that looks familiar. Mm-hmm. But definitely a lot of tension happening. We're starting to see people switch sides. Of course, Bolin got his redemption that he was looking for.
Got a kiss.
Julie, she got busted in the process doing it, but she was doing the right thing. And then, we saw Toph and her daughters kind of get back on decent terms, which was nice. Was really hoping she would show up and save the day. I understand why the spirits want to stay out of it, though, right? It's like the human, because who's right in human wars? Right. I mean, there's some where, the lines between good and bad are a little bit clearer, but I'm sure in a lot of wars you could make the argument that there's a lot of gray area there. Mm-hmm. But in any regard, a really good episode, but with the season, or the book rather, winding down, it's definitely getting nerve-wracking, and that gun blew a clear hole through a mountain. So imagine what that's going to do to a city. I'm really curious about the invention that Barrick and our girl. Anyhow, Varrick's working on with Asami. Gosh, I don't know why I'm having such a brain fart. Varrick and Asami are working on the flying suit, so that was interesting. But I said, only a few more left to go and a lot of conflict resolution to be dealt with, so it'll be interesting.
I mean, this is really starting to get the tension built up for the end of the series. So for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.
Bolin, Opal, and Lin rescue the Beifongs and Julie from Kuvira. Prince Wu is leading a... But with Kuvira planning to strike in only 2 weeks, will they be ready in
They're gonna
time?
make those suits in 2 weeks.
Well, Varric is actually quite a genius, you know, when he...
For the past 3 years, we've fought side by side, but our mission is not yet complete. After the 100-Year War, Avatar Aang stole Earth Empire land and formed the United Republic. And it's time to take it back.
Wow.
Uniter.
I'm honored to march into the city by your side. I love you, Kuvira.
After we claim victory, we can finally get married and rule our empire together.
Oh, I thought they were going to maybe show his face, and he was like, eh.
At this point, we've evacuated almost 18 families.
Only 8?
The problem is it's a voluntary evacuation and there aren't very many volunteers.
You're okay. I'm so sorry about Zaofu.
We had a run-in with Kuvira.
I found out she's going to attack in 2 weeks.
My guess is she's coming by rail.
Then we'll cut the rail lines.
Metal bender.
Yep.
I won't let Kuvira take our city.
Where are millions of people supposed to go, though?
Yeah, where do they... Who could support them?
I went to Zaofu and saved Sue and her family. Ha!
Julie.
I know I said a lot of terrible things about you in front of Kuvira. I didn't mean one word. Every day I hoped for the chance to see you again. You mean the world to me.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Apology accept.
I am not your assistant anymore. If you want me around, you need to start treating me like an equal.
It is bent backwards.
Derek.
This is not a test. An attack on our city is imminent. President Raiko has ordered a mandatory evacuation for all citizens. Report to your primary meeting location. There, you will choose a leader.
What? Oh, this is not going to end well, is it?
I think Mako is starting a panic.
I'm giving very specific instructions.
I got this. This is Prince Wu. I know what it's like to be afraid, but if we let that fear control us, none of us will ever be able to go to the bathroom. So I want you to grab your family and head to the nearest bus, train, or... We're going to get you out of here. Safe and sound.
Look at that.
My guy.
Coming through in the clutch.
What, everyone's just hanging up?
The kids and I have been talking, and we decided we want to stay.
No.
I'm sure Prince Wu could use your help with the evacuation.
Kuvira's going to rue the day she messed with...
Rue the day.
Sold Sean Connery on Celebrity Jeopardy. You'll rule the day across me, Trebek. What does that remind me?
Yep.
We want to take out Kuvira's spirit weapon before it gets too close to the city.
That sounds like a risk we don't need to take.
And it might be our only shot at preventing an all-out war.
We'll head out tonight.
Oh, boy.
There we go. It's the smart play, though.
Preemptive strike.
There's something out there. It's Kuvira's army. They're a week early.
Yep. That's what I was worried about. Whoa, they got a huge one.
What the hell is it? Oh, does it got... Oh, no.
That's what she needed all the metal for. From the other city.
Oh, my God.
We're going to need big Korra on this one.
Okay, so apparently the whole rail stuff is not a concern because they have it mounted to a giant robot.
She's a week early.
There aren't any train tracks this way.
Well...
Oh, my God.
Did you know Kuvira was building that thing?
Oh, did I forget to mention it? No, of course I didn't!
You better not be firing at my bison.
Oh, that was way close. Might have singed his fur.
Yeah.
Okay, and not a lot of reload time.
No.
They're going to warn Republic City.
No one can stop us.
Right now, it doesn't look that way.
Kuvira's army is only a few hours away.
We're not ready.
And that spirit weapon of hers is attached to a giant mecha suit.
We need to lock down this city.
We can't have innocent lives in jeopardy.
I'll head to the front lines and help General Iroh.
Oh, man, this is starting to get tense.
I want to remind everybody, General Iroh has a dragon. Just saying.
Yeah, but that gun? Or the ray?
I feel like
it's
dragon can outmaneuver that.
It's better
thing.
than not having a dragon.
It's better than not. Ladies and gentlemen, words of wisdom by Mason Quinn. It's better than not having a dragon.
Where's the giant eye?
Those
Lord of the
defenses
Rings.
also look like World War II defenses.
Yeah.
A lot of that. Jesus.
I mean, it is made out of metal, though.
Yeah, but if it's platinum, remember they can't
that's
do
right.
that.
They can't 'cause it's too pure. It doesn't have any earth in it.
I order you to stand down. Turn your army around and leave.
Bruh.
This is exactly why I didn't want to build that weapon.
You have 3 seconds or I wipe out your army.
Stop. We surrender.
Turn your army and the Avatar over to me and give Batar your location.
I'm not surrendering.
Get back to the city before she sees you. Find a way to beat that thing.
I will.
Get your dad. Get Zuko.
President Raiko is on Air Temple Island. I'm heading there now.
Raiko surrendered.
How are we supposed to fight an entire army, a mecha giant, and that crazy weapon?
We can't fight it, but maybe we can cripple it.
Guess Batar Jr. is a better inventor than I thought.
Batar Jr. built it. He'll know how to take it down.
I'm in.
Oh.
Tenzin, Boomy, Janora, Kai, let's get moving.
What about me?
This mission counts on everyone being as silent as possible.
I can be quiet. Okay, point taken.
It's an interesting wild card, but
I mean, it's accurate. Oh, even Tenzin's got this airbending suit on.
Yeah. That was easier than I thought if they can get out of here.
oh, jeez, they got him in a whole bag.
Yeah. Oh, all right, that worked out.
Wow.
Wow, that was...
I wasn't sure that was going to play.
Let me talk to him.
Somebody's missing.
Where is he?
I'm not really sure.
Why are you doing this?
It's madness to let others take what's yours and accept it blindly.
How many people have to lose their lives before Kuvira is satisfied?
It doesn't have to cost any lives if you would all just surrender.
He's a true believer.
Family has never been the same since.
Kuvira is my family now.
Oh,
you traitor.
I am Negan.
I will take away the one thing you care for the most. Kuvira. Kuvira might win. I'm going to make it my life's mission to never let you see the one you love again.
Oh.
Unless you convince Kuvira to back off.
Well,
They're still waiting.
Kuvira? I've been captured.
Are you injured?
I'm fine.
I don't think she's going to care about Batar.
Find out where that radio signal's coming from.
If you try to take Republic City, the Avatar will never let me see you again.
Forget the United Republic. We have our empire. We have each other.
Not enough for her.
We've identified their position.
You're right. I love you, Batar.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
See, she doesn't care. She wants the power more than him.
She's pointing that weapon right at us.
No, she wouldn't.
Yep. Oh, there goes all the suits.
Keep the president safe.
Yeah,
Well,
good luck.
What can he do?
Yep.
Oh,
Doesn't even care.
didn't even phase her.
No, it didn't even. What'd she think about it for maybe 5 seconds at best?
Oh yeah, she just as soon as she got the location.
Well, and now, see, okay, prediction time, I guess. By the way, it was a great episode.
Oh yeah.
What I was kind of thinking about
still
is,
got some
we're kind of having, instead of what we're used to seeing in the Legend of Korra, where it's like a one-on-one battle, we were basically seeing, kind of army versus army and a lot of strategy and a lot of different techniques and things that are going on. So it definitely has a very different feel. I mean, that should be obvious, right? We've come this far with this book and the series, but it has a very different feeling. And I've said this before with the enemy, the way they're doing the battle, the way they're fighting. Because like I said, Korra, season 3 Korra takes care of this. It's not even a problem by like episode 4 probably. But with everything that's happened and gone through and happened with Korra, she's obviously a different person. So we got to do things a little bit differently. But early prediction here is that Baatar Jr. is going to see that Kuvira doesn't even really care about him. He's replaceable. He's expendable. She can find another one. And that's what's going to have him turn the corner, I think. And hopefully he can get there in time with the rest of our crew to disable the giant battle mech that's coming for the city. So that's my early prediction.
Yeah, she did not hesitate because she just wants the power that bad. She doesn't care who she has to go through to get it. And we see that even Baatar, who she was like, after this is over, we're going to get married and live forever, rule together.
When they did that hug, I was waiting for her in the last episode to kind of look over or have some
kind of weird. So it looked like it was genuine
though.
Yeah.
And and Korra, rightfully so thought, okay, this is a way to get it. We don't physically threaten. We do it this way. And right away she hits the mute, find the position, and fires away.
Doesn't even care.
So now hopefully, Lynn will come in and find, hopefully there's, people that are still, alive, and I'm assuming they will be. And now they have to figure out a new strategy because now she is in the city, in the suit, and probably pissed, So she's probably throwing all the rules out the window and she might just start attacking the city.
Yeah.
And so this is where I'm wondering if maybe the spirits show up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a big mess to put it lightly. The president's openly trying to surrender, and now is the president going to be mad at Korra and the group for kidnapping Baatar because he was going to surrender? They messed that up, and now Kuvira is taking out the city. Interesting question about the spirit world. Are they going to recognize okay, she's here with the spirit weapon, and because they said they wanted to keep the spirits out of the war, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kuvira kind of forced the spirits into the war by using the vine,
right?
So I think that's kind of like the workaround we're looking at here. I agree. I think Baatar is going to realize she didn't care about him. He's going to come and help figure out a way to get the mecha suits. It looks like our dragonfly suits were busted, but maybe some of them were still salvaged. So 2 episodes left, and for I, if I'm being honest, I think and I think I've said this in maybe one of the past episodes that this book had a little bit slower start, but it's really, really ramping up here at the
last
end.
4.
So much build up. So can't wait to see what happens in the final 2.
I mean, there's just so much things that have to get done yet, and we only have 2 episodes to go. So
yeah, and it's such a different battle for our crew.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the whole thing with Kuvira is that she's been an enemy you can't just go punch in the face and take on one-on-one.
No.
I mean, Korra tried to. She wasn't at 100% strength. We saw how that worked. But like I said,
Sue tried.
She has this whole army. She has certain rules and laws that were working for her earlier, and it's made her a real unique enemy.
But how about Prince Wu real quick, really helping out with the evacuation, showing his leadership skills.
He really stepped up. And I think it's interesting because sometimes, and I think it's good that they show that, because sometimes people who maybe aren't the most, from a technical standpoint, it's like they're not the most, gifted at certain things, but they're good at talking to people. You overuse the term people person. Well, he might not, be the stoic leader that everybody thinks a king should be, but he knows how to talk to the people, and that was really cool that they gave him kind of that moment, I think.
Yeah, everyone was panicky with Mako making the announcement, but he's being real strategic in what they have to do, and so that's what it's causing all the chaos, and then Wu just gets on there and nice and calm, like, hey, I know you're scared, so am I. But if we can't go to the bathroom alone, then we lose. Yep. I mean, interesting wording, but it works.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe he's the king they need.
He might be.
He might be. 2 to go. So for Appleton Oak, that's Basic When I'm, of course, the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.
after Kuvira demonstrated the power of her spirit energy.
Ugh.
Can anything or anyone stop Kuvira and her mecha giant?
Look at Bolin go.
Saving the day.
Oh, jeez.
Kuvira's heading our way with a platoon of mecha suits.
There's no use risking all our lives to fight that giant thing. We'll think of some way to come back and beat her.
I'm not letting her conquer Republic City.
We take down that giant today.
She just blew up our factory with all our hummingbird suits.
There are the prototypes back at my office.
Nice.
Get those suits working as soon as you can. The rest of us will just have to face Kuvira on our own.
Oh, that's it.
The train should be returning to pick us up soon.
But I just heard on the radio that Kuvira's army has destroyed the train tracks.
We're all gonna get blown to bits! I can get us out of here if you just sit tight. Can you step off the bench, please? It's a little crowded up here.
I'm only the conductor.
You think you can handle this unruly mob for a little while?
I raised Milo.
Good point.
A paint store? That's it! I just got an idea how to beat the giant. Grab some paints and find me some balloons.
Throw some paint on the windows.
Yeah, maybe so it can't see.
Milo, you genius.
Oh,
jeez.
That was way too close.
Yeah, she can't fire at him from that range. Why doesn't she use the cables? Oh, the old...
Mm-hmm.
The old tripwire. I won't say the old whatever as try to avoid spoilers here.
Clear the glass.
Of course, she had windshield wipers.
The joints are platinum too. We can't metal bend any of it.
Oh,
there we go.
Will the lava melt the platinum, though?
Yeah, it's starting to. There you go.
I've seen that somewhere before. Seen that before. Teamwork makes dream work.
Come on.
Whoa! Just took the tops
my
off
God.
those
She
buildings.
just took the tops off every big building in the city.
Ah, it didn't work.
Oh, no.
They tricked us.
Jesus.
Oh, ball!
Well, here it comes.
Take the wounded back to Asami's office.
Oh, man.
I really thought that was going to work, doing the legs.
Let's fire it up again.
I can't stabilize it.
It's like how the planes flew in Dune.
Kuvira's troops are headed this way.
Disconnect anything electrical in here until we get back. Julie, let's go.
I'm so sorry. I betrayed you. How could she do that?
Because she wanted power.
Yep.
Wing and Wei will never forgive me.
They might take some time to come around, but we'll work through it.
Family.
I know I can stop the mecha suits with an electromagnetic pulse.
He's going to EMP him?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lately, I've been thinking about you. I know we might not make it out of this mess, and I feel like there are some things I should tell you. I remember when I was a boy, I had an ostrich horse. I grew up on a farm. Did I ever tell you that, Julie? I loved old Mrs. Beeks, but I took her for granted.
You'll have to finish your story later. Kuvira's troops are in range. I hope this works.
All right. Look at that.
EMP.
She's still coming! Do the thing!
I'm afraid there are no more things to do.
It shut down the mecha suits, but our power source is fine.
3rd and 4th mech platoons, move in and continue the sweep.
Barrick, how come your electro thingy shut down the small mecha suits but not the big one?
Because it's powered with spirit vine energy, but it's unstoppable.
It's not.
Oh. Mr. Sato.
You think you know how to defeat this thing?
Disconnect the heart and the brain, and this beast cannot live.
Give it a cold.
I think I can add an electrical element to the welding torch on your suit and convert it into a plasma saw.
We'll have to attack in a swarm to try to keep you guys safe in the hummingbird suits.
Oh,
Firsty.
We can't just sit around here singing old Airbender songs until we're all captured, or worse.
Should we play the button game?
Hey,
there's Badgers.
Yeah.
Mako always hated my singing, but they love it.
What are we supposed to do with badger mold?
Ride them to safety.
We can use them to tunnel out of the city without Kuvira's troops spotting us.
Got a choice.
Yep, swallow them.
Gotta run away from Kuvira today, although I do still think she's pretty.
Look at that.
Kuvira is headed our way. If you do manage to get inside, find the engine room.
2.
We can slow it down. Let's go.
Oh, what a tease. I was going to say, it might be a good time to go in the spirit world here. Avatar State,
you mean?
Yeah, the Avatar State.
Not doing any damage.
Wow. Oh, nice.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh,
nice.
Oh, classic. Oh, that was close.
Nice work, little dude.
Are they going to push a building on that
Yeah.
thing?
Oh, look at this.
Oh, that's working.
That's definitely one way to do
That's
it.
one way to slow it down.
Oh, God.
A minute.
It's like the
Jeepers.
Terminator.
You're the sweetest in fact we have ever known.
Turn around slowly and please stop that singing. Come with us and no one will get hurt.
I'm Prince Wu, rightful leader of the Earth Kingdom. I'd like to sing you a song. If you don't respect...
The brooch.
You're no better than a roach.
Oh, the badger moles.
They're going to come around the back.
Yeah.
Boom.
And there goes that.
Oh, badger moles, I love you. I want to pet your snouts.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too.
I didn't like that goodbye there.
I have something I need to attach before we take off. I need to attach this ring.
Oh!
Will you do the thing for the rest of our lives?
Do the thing.
Yes.
Yes!
Hey!
Look at that.
It's exactly how I always pictured our engagement.
Oh, Christ.
Aim for that spot in the middle of the back, the one I can never reach.
You're not the only one.
Let's get out of here. Wow, I wish I had that kind of flexibility.
There you go. The weak spot in the armor.
I'll freeze it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
no.
Oh, ejectocito, cuz.
I need more power.
More.
We need to get out of here.
Almost there.
I'm getting Bruce Willis vibes.
Dad!
Goodbye, Asami. I love you.
Oh.
Hiroshi's plan worked.
Nice.
Oh, come on. You were right there.
Oh, my God. They got us.
You know, the team was working together so well on this episode.
Very.
And when Asami had that talk with her dad, I just got a bad vibe. You know, they were working together on everything, and he said he would, basically do anything to protect the city. And I was just like, oh no, are they gonna do this one to us? And when he was cutting in and there was all the tension, and I was just like, oh, it just feels a lot like Armageddon. Some of you who may have seen it may have not, but it just it had that vibe to it. And when the visual they did with Asami ejecting out, and they kind of
in slow motion.
I don't want to say work the camera, but you guys know what I mean. The way the shot was done, the way it was animated, it was super cool the way they did that. And then again, I'll go back to my rule of we didn't see it, sorta. So maybe he got out, but I'm not.
I think that'd be a little heavy-hearted for the kids.
Yeah, so we'll see. But awesome character arc for Sato to kind of, I guess, make an amends, so to speak, about what he did in earlier seasons. And if that is indeed his end, he did go out like a hero and gave our team the chance they needed. So, but man, I so many things I thought that was going to work to slow down the mecha beast here. I thought the building coming down on top of it. I thought the lava. I thought this, the cables wrapping up the legs, the ice, but just nothing was able to stop it. And I like how they're showing Kuvira inside there. Like every time we see her inside, she's getting a little bit crazier and a little bit crazier, and they're showing her eyes and the sweat's coming down and the hair's all disheveled. She's really starting to kind of get into that crazy kind of heat of battle type thing. So I just can't believe they ended the episode the way they did on us. So that's all I got. Let's see how it ends.
Oh my God, this was a really tension-filled episode. Them working together, them devising a plan. Obviously, yes, Sato coming back into the fold. He wanted, make amends. They made a point of showing, Julie and Varric ejecting themselves from their machine, so that way they could show us then, hey, that
only the one switch.
One switch. I mean, I'm assuming they're on both, but you could only do one or both, and obviously that's what Sato did. Is he just did the one just to give them the opening. But I mean, we saw like them trying everything from throwing paint on there so they can't see. Obviously, they have wiper fluid. They tried doing the trip up. Yep. That didn't freaking work. Just everything they're trying didn't work. But now that they're on the inside, maybe they can get to a one-on-one battle with Kuvira, with Korra. So hopefully that's what we're getting to. But wow, this is such a cool episode. And congratulations to the newly engaged Varric and Julie as well. I mean, it was a long time coming, and now she's going to do that thing for the rest of her life for him. So that's great news, at least that. But hopefully they can make it out of this so that way they can celebrate it.
This was intense. Mason Quinn touched on it a little bit, but man, the over and over, like I'm like, oh my God, Bolin's going to come in. It's platinum though. Yep. I was hoping that the badger moles were going to dig a giant hole underneath, and then it was going to collapse into, is kind of what I thought. Like, take the badger moles, collapses into a hole, but it would probably step out. But they gave us like hope with each different level. Oh, the paint, that's brilliant. Washers. Oh, we're gonna melt its foot, tie it up. It's like, oh, they're gonna blow it over. The buildings. It was like one thing after the next, And so, it goes to, just kind of speaks volumes about how much that went into engineering that thing so it could make it through all this stuff. But seemed pretty unstoppable. I did like Sato kind of making that sacrifice. Mason Quinn brings up Armageddon. I mean, how many movies and TV shows that we just go, I'm staying back, and like the hero, they're like, no,
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. A lot of feels on that one. The dad just look, and if you're the dad, and that's what you got to do to save your daughter, save the city. That's what you're gonna do. So that was pretty cool. Kuvira definitely getting frustrated, and I think she's getting a little bit more of a battle than she bargained for. Hole in the machine. She's proven that she can fight, though. That's the thing. So we've got a handful of people making their way in, but she can fight. She's got a couple other people on board.
Yep.
I just can't believe that we're down to the final episode, not just of the Legend of Korra, but we've been on this feels like this journey for a long, long time. We went through Avatar: The Last Airbender, how many episodes was that?
88, I believe.
88 episodes of this, and how many total episodes here?
Like 65. Oh wait, 52.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, don't just gloss over the live action Avatar.
Oh my God, yes, you can
talk about that. But we're talking 120 some episodes. Close to 130 episodes. So it's been a long journey. Of course, coming soon, we get hopefully what is a well done live action series on Netflix, which from the previews everything looks pretty incredible so far. But yeah, it's a little weird. This has been a really, really long journey, and I think as far as us for the Reaction Channel, I think this is the most extended that we've ever done anything. Of course, we did 8 Potter movies, which was a long time, but we did those, kind of one a week. So, basically that was a couple months, and then, the Fantastic Beasts and a very Potter musical, of course. Now we're doing some other stuff, but yeah, this has been our longest kind of running journey.
Yeah.
So it's a little bittersweet, but of course, as with a lot of things, we're a little bit spoiled, so we're going to get more Avatar content soon, but one more to go.
Live action show, and then an animated movie that takes place after the end of the original Avatar: The Last Airbender. That I cannot wait for. But on to the last episode. So for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course the Answer. We'll catch you on the last one, pals. All right.
While Prince Wu led the remaining citizens to safety,
And we didn't even really talk about Wu and his leadership skills.
Hiroshi helped Team Avatar infiltrate the Mecha Giant, but he paid the ultimate price.
I guess that's that.
Oh, and they're getting right into the music.
Oh, that was cool. The transition there.
Find the Avatar and whoever else is with her. Sue, Lynn, climb up to the arm and try to disable that weapon. I'm going after Kuvira.
Well, you fought Kuvira before.
Not this time.
Yes.
Not this time.
Oh.
Whoa, Bolin.
Oh. It's like he's got a glaive.
Disable the weapon.
Barely be an inconvenience for you.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, they didn't have that in Platinum?
Oh.
Oh, that's like Die Hard.
Yeah.
It's exactly like Die Hard.
The outside may be platinum, but we can do a lot of damage in here.
There you go. Just start wrecking shop.
We're unable to fire.
I can feel someone metal bending inside the arm.
The old dead arm.
Oh, it's just going to tear the whole arm off.
Oh.
Wow. Wasn't expecting that.
Oh, just tossing the thing? Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Whoa, what was that?
Liquid metal.
Liquid metal, yeah.
Oh.
Hey. There you go. See, that's a direct hit. Oh! Shoulder tackle.
3. Nothing's happening. Spent all that time working with Eric.
The only thing I know about these vines is that if you mess around with them too much, they explode.
Get those engineers out of here. I'm gonna zap these vines with some electricity.
That will make the vines explode.
This is our only way of shutting this thing down.
This isn't the time to prove how awesome you are.
I'm doing this.
But for the record, I do not approve. Get out as soon as you can.
Oh.
I love you.
I love you.
You son of a bitch.
Gotta love the Predator handshake.
Think you'd at least do it by like the door.
Eh. Whoa.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Nice.
Doing a little bit of damage on her.
Whoa! Oh, Hurricanrana.
Flying head scissor. Oh, Superman punch. Well.
Oh, they got each other.
Oh, boy.
It's getting out of control.
Holy Jesus.
Oh.
Whoa.
It's over. You're gonna call off your army and surrender to President Raiko. Then you would.
Nothing is over.
Nothing is over.
Oh,
the spirits
are gonna get her.
Suck her down into that fog.
Give up! Never. Stop this madness!
If you really want to end it, then come and get me!
Oh.
Now it's over.
Oh, the Vines are not gonna be happy about this
one.
Shut it down! I can't!
Yeah, it's hooked into all the vines and everything now. By your own weapon? Whoa! Come on!
Whoa, what?
Oh, did she just repair the spirit?
Look!
A new spirit portal.
There's no sign of her.
Keep looking.
Korra! Can't believe it created a new spirit portal.
Whoa.
All the energy from your weapon tore open a new portal and blasted us in here. Why would you save my life? We're both fierce and determined to succeed, sometimes without thinking things through.
This wasn't how I wanted things to end. I was trying to help my people. I had to do something.
Sue told me how she took you in when you were younger.
Don't pretend you know what it felt like. I was cast aside by my own parents like I meant nothing to them.
You wanted to create a place where you and your people would never be vulnerable again. I understand what it feels like to be afraid.
The spirits have returned.
Release Kuvira, or we will attack.
Stand down. This battle is over. I owe the Avatar my life. I'll accept whatever punishment the world sees fit.
Well, we got a little rebuilding to do here.
Little bit.
You're going to answer for everything you've done.
Oof.
Well, and at least they clearly showed everybody getting out of the city, so that's a huge plus.
We gather today to celebrate the wondrous Savaric and the Lady Julie.
Camera on me. This is my big day.
Varric and Julie have proven that even the longest of long shots. Thank you, Mr. Pabu.
Look at his suit.
The little hat.
Take the Lady Julie Moon to be your lawfully wedded wife.
You're darn tootin', I do.
Take Varric to be your lawfully wedded husband, and also scrub his calluses on a bi-weekly basis, which isn't really that much to ask. Okay, I'm not reading all this. Do the thing.
Oh.
What a twist.
You just make me so dang happy.
Huh, of course. You know, we haven't seen Asami yet.
What are you talking about? She was next to...
No, I know, but I'm waiting for her right here.
Oh.
This is what I'm waiting for.
Sometimes a good evacuation is its own reward.
You ready to get back to Ba Sing Se and finally take the throne?
About that, I was actually thinking of stepping down as king and getting rid of the monarchy altogether. I really think the Earth Kingdom would be better off if the states were independent and had elected leaders.
That's actually pretty wise and mature of you.
The Earth Kingdom should evolve.
Looking forward to working with you.
The words thank you don't feel big enough for what you did.
I want you to know, I'll follow you into battle no matter how crazy things get.
That's not what I expected.
I bet Aang never could have imagined there'd be a spirit portal.
Yeah,
that's true.
You've transformed the world more in a few years than most avatars did during their lifetime.
There's so much more I want to learn and do.
I've come to realize life is one big, bumpy ride.
Ain't that the truth?
I needed to understand what true suffering was, so I could become more compassionate to others, even to people like Kuvira.
Varric is looking for you. Something about wanting to borrow a glider suit to fly off the tower?
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
I don't think I ever really apologized for being gone all that time.
You don't need to apologize for anything. I don't think I could have handled losing you and my father in the same day. I could use a vacation.
Let's do it.
I've always wanted to see what the spirit world's like.
Sounds perfect.
Oh, it just so happens you're in luck. There's a giant portal right in the middle of the city.
Oh, there's our guy from before. All right.
That was...
Man, what a journey it's been. And I was worried about how they're going to wrap this one up. And, you know, I was a little... Going in before the last 4 episodes, this was, I thought, the weakest of all of the books we had in the Legend of Korra, because I didn't really like the enemy. You know, I didn't like Korra getting basically reset to a level 1 or so avatar, and I was just really kind of like, man, the episodes were enjoyable, but they just didn't hit the way the other ones were. And then, man, they turned it around those last, I shouldn't say they turned it around because it was solid, right? But it wasn't on a level with the others. But those last 4 episodes they had, holy cow, did they bring it. And I thought they did a really good job with the finish. The ending with Kuvira, I did not see coming at all. And I thought that Asami and Mako would perhaps maybe get back together. Excuse me. But that wasn't to be. Asami just kind of needed some time to get away from everything a little bit, which makes perfect sense. Korra's probably feeling the same thing, so they can go into the spirit world. Everything else was kind of tied up pretty well, and a pretty solid ending to the Legend of Korra altogether. Tenzin, of course, had some great words. You know, you've done more in a couple of years than most avatars do in a lifetime, and I think we kind of forget that with how quickly it came with all the battles and some of the different enemies. It almost makes you wonder if Amon's still out there somewhere.
Oh my god, this guy wants.
But no, in all honesty, a great wrap up to the series. Like I said, it wasn't my favorite of all 4 of them, but still very enjoyable. They had a big challenge ahead of them. From some of you folks in the comments said that originally they didn't even know they were going to do this many episodes. So kudos to all the writers, all the voice actors, everybody who put it together for a real solid series and a lot of fun.
Yeah, I just looked quick. It was episode 8 was Remembrances. That was the clip show. I think right after that is when it really took off to get to the ending. So they quickly reminded you of everything that's kind of happened the first 3 seasons from different perspectives, and then boom, went right into the finish. And this was a good one too, because we saw that Aang obviously didn't take out, Fire Lord. He just took his powers and then threw him in prison. This one, same thing. She got thrown in prison, but she saved her, and she was like, "Why would you save me after everything I did?" And because she saw a lot of herself in there. And then, like when Kuvira is saying, "You were gone, and I didn't know what to do," she felt abandoned again, like because her own parents did it. So they give you that little bit of like, okay, I can see why you became the way you were. But then the Avatar Korra just helped her get through that, and then immediately they come out, and right away the soldiers are ready to help out Kuvira. Nope, stand down. I'm willing to accept whatever happens to me. So, it's a nice, hopefully, turnaround for her. And then we got to see the lovely wedding that everybody's been waiting for. We got to see Varric and Julie get married, and like even Pabu getting his final little cuteness hat in there with wearing the little suit and hat. But yeah, this was a really, really fun series. I'm still going to more lean towards Avatar Last Airbender, but this was still really solid. Really loved it. I wasn't sure what was going to end, how the ending was going to be, but I mean, we see Korra and Asami holding hands, looking at each other, same way Varric and Zhu Li did, in the same way that Aang and Katara did. I'm not saying I'm saying. I think they're gonna try and live happily ever after together.
You know, if I'm being just really transparent, it wasn't quite the ending I was hoping for, and I think it feels like, and I stayed away from as many spoilers. Not like this many years later, there's going to be spoilers. I think we're 9 years, plus removed from when it was released, but it feels like they left this kind of open-ended almost to go into another book. And the reason that I say that is, yes, we get the marriage between Vark and Julie. Yes, Kuvira and Katara, or Legend of Korra, go off into the spirit world together, and it was a little maybe something. I don't want to overlook into it, but that was kind of it, the king said, talked about, becoming, stepping down and letting the city become essentially,
a republic.
A republic, yeah. I mean, have elections and stuff like that. Some gladiator vibes.
Yeah, it did.
But it didn't feel quite like the goodbye episode or the wrap up that you would get from a show that knew it was ending. We didn't get. Yes, Bolin came back and, kind of got his redemption story, and it was fun to see him as the pastor. Mako, he seemed like he really had matured and stuff like that. It just didn't, and I hope that makes sense to people out there, and it just didn't feel like this, nice, put a bow tie on everything. And I know, look, a lot of shows don't always put the bow tie on everything, right? True. A lot of times they kind of just leave it open, and sometimes because they're not sure if it's really the end, or sometimes it's better to leave people wondering and guessing and hypothesizing about what could be, right? But I agree with the answer. After the Remembrances episode, it really did step up. I agree with Mason Quinn that in this book felt a lot slower than the other ones. They didn't have that super villain, although Kuvira, it felt a lot like a history lesson, right? It very much felt like it was kind of just hey, it's late 30s or early 40s Germany.
Or any dictator for that matter. She pretty much followed the script that has been done throughout history.
Re-educate. Yeah, I mean, it just felt like that. So, but I really did feel like the second half of this book picked up a lot. Was really good story. It had a lot of good action, a lot of redemption. So I really did enjoy the second part of this book. Again, it just wasn't, and I'm not the person who needs this nice, neat, bow on the end of a series, but when it's a series like this, like I said, at the end of the last episode, this has been a really long journey for us.
Yeah.
Through all the episodes in Avatar: Last Airbender, all the episodes in The Legend of Korra, and so now it's kind of I guess I just wanted a little bit more warm and fuzzies, knowing what happened with everybody. Another reason, I was, gotta be honest, I'm a little curious that we didn't see anything from Iroh's army. They kept talking about we're gonna call Iroh's army. We never saw the dragon come back.
No.
And I think Mason Quinn had brought that up, the dragon. So there were some things that didn't happen that I'm not so sure about. And again, I feel like,
I wonder if this was maybe just cut.
I could have been, could have been cut, but it's not. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like this was set up for another book that just didn't happen. And if the consensus among people was that, kind of tapered off, maybe that just wasn't renewed or something like that. But that I can understand too, right? If you're the story, you're writers, and unless somebody comes in and tells you this is it, that you're done. And even if, because these were on Nickelodeon, is that correct?
Yeah, it was on Nickelodeon, then Nicktoons.
Yeah, so even if Nickelodeon comes in and says you're done, maybe the people who are writing it are okay, this is 2014. Hey, maybe Netflix will pick it up. Maybe, Amazon Prime will pick it up. Maybe somebody else will pick it up.
Let's leave that.
So let's not write ourselves out of a job, basically. So I very much felt like they left it open, but a fun book in any regard. And what can I say? I came into this, the whole Avatar Airbender stuff, not really into animated shows and things like that. And I've, had a ton of enjoyment, a lot of really great life lessons. And these are very dynamic shows with with good animation. I mean, the voice actors throughout The Last Airbender and this is like a who's who. You know, I mean, just incredible guests and everything. And I can't say enough about the series as a whole. I know some people liked Avatar better than they liked The Legend of Korra, but this is still, it's hard to compare the two.
Yeah.
It's hard to look.
It stands on its own.
It's really hard. Look, Avatar: The Last Airbender was pretty spectacular. It's hard to follow that up. I think this one did a good job.
Well,
yeah, I mean, I thought it stood on its own and did okay. We doing scores for the
scores for the series.
The whole series?
Yeah, we did for Avatar. I mean, that was pretty easy giving it a 5.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much right there.
Not have a 4.
The answer does not have a board for his answer.
I'll give you a big
my big one.
There you go.
There's my little guy.
Yeah, folks, I mean, I said a lot of it, kind of during my wrap-up. I agree with you, Oak. I would have liked to have seen this final episode maybe be doubled in length, maybe, or at least an extra 10 to 12 minutes, if nothing else, to help give all of our characters their own time to kind of shine and to kind of wrap things up the way that they wanted to. And again, I was kind of skeptical of this last season, and they really turned it around in the last 4 episodes and made it really compelling and exciting. And so it was good in that way. The first 3 books I thought were just great. I mean, all the villains we had, the stories were great, and it was just a lot of fun. It is, in my opinion, it's not as good as the original, but very solid at a 4.5 out of 5 answers. That's pretty tough to beat, and I think a pretty good score from, somebody coming in like me who's not traditionally a fan of this medium. And, Avatar won me over, and of course this one was a lot of fun. So, yeah, there you go.
This was a very fun series, just as much so as it's laying on you.
Hit me in the leg.
Just as much as Avatar. Obviously, I absolutely loved Airbender, and was so happy to watch these guys fall in love with it like I did many moons ago. But then I got to see this with fresh eyes, and this was still a lot of fun, really entertaining. You have J.K. Simmons was just great in it. Obviously, Janet Varney played Korra. We had, Bud Bundy playing Mako, and then P.J. Byrne as Bolin. Bolin was awesome as always. It was very, very fun character to watch grow and learn how to lava bend. We had some great stars like Henry Rollins, Stephen Wynn. And so we had a great cast overall. Not saying that it's a bad series, but not as good as Avatar, but still a 4.5 out of me as well.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
still had a lot of fun watching this and discovering a new series with that being Korra.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun for me. It was a good watch. I thought it was good animation. I thought it had a lot of fun moments, a lot of lighthearted humor, a lot of really good action, a lot of animation. Was really pumped that they brought in Henry Rollins as a bad guy in the last season. Of course, he did an amazing job as Zahir. For me, again, the ending didn't quite have that bow tie on it. I don't want to downscore it too much for that because, I know some people when they look at series like that, like, oh, you need to be spoon-fed like a happy, ending or whatever. Just have complete, closure, which I get that not everybody needs that from a show. Still a really solid score for me. I'm going to 4.25. Not for me. It didn't have the same impact on me as Avatar: The Last Airbender did, but I really enjoyed it, and it was a lot of fun for me just getting more content from this universe, if I can say that. And as I said in the wrap-up of the last episode, I'm really looking forward to new Avatar: Last Airbender content. Of course, we saw the trailer for Netflix. I know trailers sometimes make things look a little better than they turn out to be, but if the show is anything as good as what it looks like, we are in for a lot more, and I mean a lot more Avatar content. Of course, Answer had mentioned an animated movie.
Yep, an animated movie next October is the last I saw.
I think that these are stories that people really love, and they'll continue to go on. And who knows, maybe if I don't know if we would ever get a Legend of Korra live action, but if Avatar: The Last Airbender does
Avatar
well enough, you never know. Never know. Never say never. Never say die.
All right. Well, thank you guys. This journey is over. Maybe there's something more on the horizon for Korra, but at least we have Avatar Aang to fall back on. So for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. Good night, pals. Thanks for watching.